Well, it's time for our third and final installment of The Christmas Party from the Black Lagoon. Let's see how our story ends. Starting with chapter 11, The Turning of the Scrooge. Well, I'm so confused. Is Christmas about giving or living? If it's about being nice to each other, that's easy. It doesn't cost anything to be nice. The next day, Mrs. Green shows us a video called A Christmas Carol. It's about a grumpy old man who doesn't believe in Christmas. His name is Scrooge, and he only believes in money. Mrs. Green says Scrooge is a miser who causes a lot of misery. Anyway, he gets visited by three ghosts: Christmas Huey, Christmas Dewey, and Christmas Louie. They give him an accounting of his life, and when he adds it up, he comes out very poorly. Scrooge has a change of heart and starts spending his money and his love to help other people. And finally, his humbugs turn into big hugs. Chapter 12, The Reason for the Season. After watching the video, I have an idea. I raise my hand. Yes, Hubie? Asks Mrs. Green. I have an idea, I say. Yes, Mrs. Green replies. Instead of giving presents to one another, I say, why don't we put our money together and help people that need our help? Penny jumps up. I already got you a present, she shouts, and you better get me one. That's not the point, I say. By the way, what did you get me? I'm not telling, Penny says, holding up 5 fingers, but it costs a lot. How much? I ask. $5 plus tax, says Penny, wiggling her fingers. Humbug, says Eric, wiggling all of his. Chapter 13, Made by Hand. Well, so much for peace on earth. Back to the cash register, and I'm way behind. It's cash or crash. Miss Swamp, the art teacher, suggests that we make presents for one another. That sounds good to me. But Penny starts whining. I already spent $5 plus tax, and my present better cost at least that. Somehow, I think we've lost the spirit of Christmas here. Then I have another idea. They say time is money. So if I spend 5 hours at $1 per hour making Penny's present, we'll be even. When I get home, I get to work. I get paper mache and make a doll's head. I paint on 2 blue eyes and 2 pink lips. I use yellow wool for hair and my other gym sock for a cap. I make a body out of a pop bottle and cover it with a piece of cloth, sort of like a dress, more like a sarong. I hope it's not sarong dress. I lose track of time and I work the whole weekend on it. I take the boots off my G.I. Joe and glue them on the bottle. Then I tie on a hair bow and I'm nearly done. Finally, I wrap the doll in pink polka dotted paper and make a poem on a card. Penny, penny, I didn't have any money, funny, but I made this doll, made every part except for the boots. From my heart to you, Merry Christmas, Hubie. I put the present on my dresser, and that night I count reindeer instead of sheep to fall asleep. Then visions of sugar plums dance in my head. Well, they don't actually dance, they sort of roll around. Then it begins to snow, but it doesn't snow snow, it snows popcorn, and all the trees are decorated. When I wake up, it's Monday, the day of our Christmas party. Chapter 14, Too Many Santas. On the school bus, T Rex is wearing a Santa cap, and when we get to school, Mrs. Green is dressed up like Santa too. So are Fester, Miss Lenote, and Wanda Belch, except her beard is covered with a hairnet. They all go around saying, ho, ho, ho. Mrs. Beamster doesn't dress like Santa, she's dressed like an elf, a book elf. She looks more like a bookshelf. Mrs. Swamp is dressed like a reindeer. She has wire coat hanger antlers and a red ball on her nose. She tells us that she's Rudolph. Our teachers get very silly around Christmas. I guess it reminds them of when they were kids. It's a nice thing to remember. Chapter 15, Presence of Mind. We put all the presents under our tree. Eric finally brought in his ornament. He made a Darth Vader helmet. I don't know if it catches the spirit of Christmas. Doris is wearing mistletoe taped to her hat and wants everybody to kiss her. No way. Freddie has baked cupcakes for the whole class, and Derek has brought in soda pop. Mrs. Green hands out the presents. I can't wait for Penny to open hers. There's a flurry of flying wrapping paper and a lot of oohs and ahs and a few boos. I hope Penny is an ooh and not a boo. I look over at her and there's a tear running down her cheek. She's hugging my doll. I hope the head doesn't fall off. Do you like it? I ask. I love it, she says. Where did you buy it? I made it, I say proudly. She puts the doll down. You didn't buy it? She exclaims. I made it, I say, except for the boots. How much did it cost? She asked. Nothing except time and effort, I say. Well, says Penny, coming over and taking back her gift, then I'll make you something when I have the time. Boy, I'll never understand girls, and I'll never know what she got me, but fortunately, Doris got a Barbie doll and wants to trade Penny for the doll that I made. Yay! I could kiss her almost. Penny says okay and gives me back my present. I thank her, but I don't open it. There's a boy named Tim in the special ed class. He's in a wheelchair, and I'm going to give him my present. They say that life is give and take. Well, from now on, I want my life to be more give and less take. And I want to celebrate Christmas every day of the year. You dropped your hat. Thanks, Hubie. Merry Christmas. Well, that concludes part 3 of our story. I hope you enjoyed the Christmas party from the Black Lagoon as much as I did. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas.